What's up, guys? I'm Zachy J, and today we're going to be talking about creativity and why you should never stop putting out your creative gifts. You have something. You do have something. You have a gift. I know it. And you can't be stingy with that gift. You can't be holding back with that. You got to give it. You got to give it up to the world. Give it up. Give your art up. Give your power of creation, show up in the world and create. This is how this place is going to get wonderful. And this is how your life is going to become transformational. And why do I want to talk about this? Because there's a story that inspired me to get back into the game and getting back into the game of creating. And that's why I'm out here creating more and more video content every day. And that story came from a friend of mine, and I know this story is like universal. Like everyone has had something like this happen to them, and they've let something derail them from their mission. They've let something derail them from their passions. And what they don't realize is they just got derailed from their dreams. Something, someone, somewhere, something outside of them pushed them off of their path and made them feel like they weren't worthy of their own dreams. And so I was listening to my friend. Beautiful person, absolutely beautiful, stunning in so many ways. Just like amazingly talented, you know, great business minded, also like looks great too. Full package is what I'm saying, right? And this is a part of their story. They go into that show, you know, what was it, like The Voice or one of those other singing shows, and when they get out on stage, they're so full of tension and fear from the whole process that the way they sound doesn't sound authentic to them. They don't ring out true. They didn't show up like the version of them that they knew they could. And so what happens? Instead of the judges reaching down and being like, hey, let's figure out who these people are that are on this stage. Those judges' job is to say yay or nay. And when they say nay, it like, boom, scarlet letter on you, right? Because it hurts. You just worked your ass off to get this far. You did all that work. You made all those lyrics, you sang all those songs. You did what you had to do, and you are that good. That's why you're at that level. You are that good. Maybe you haven't like sung in front of a giant audience before where people are going to hit a buzzer and it's going to make a big noise and they're going to turn around and everyone's going to cheer. Yeah, you probably haven't done that one before, but I know you've sung beautifully before. And then you get to that moment and, you know, things aren't 100% perfect. You know, so what happened? I think she just got like derailed from that. You know, some people, when they have something like that happen to them, they work that hard to get that far. They still don't let it turn them around. And then sometimes people are just like, what's it, why am I doing this anymore? You know? I thought I should have gotten somewhere by now. But the thing is, when I was like talking to her, like as I was like, later on I realized that I was like speaking to her, right? And I was just like, because I heard her sing, and then I realized, wait a second, your voice is pretty much a very similar voice that I could pull up on Spotify from very talented artists. Not like the exact same, but the level of talent, you know what I'm saying? The level of talent was the same as all these other fantastic artists with millions of plays a month, you know? And the lyricism too, same. Amazing lyricism. And like in my brain, I just look at that kind of situation. I'm just like, okay, so if you just kept going when you had the supreme level of talent, songwriting ability, uh, you you can you can move well, you look presentable. Like there was nothing stopping you. Those whatever judges were on that screen, there's nothing stopping you. Not like, and so that's what I was saying. I was just like, you know, look, you actually have the full thing. Like, why did you stop? And as soon as I said that, you know, As soon as you start pointing the fingers, you got some fingers pointing back at you. And I was just like, God damn it. I'm looking right back at myself. I'm looking at a mirror, right? And that mirror was saying like, hey, Zach, but didn't you start creating? And didn't you stop creating too, right? You stopped creating because what? Well, what was the reason again? You know, it got hard and it was uncomfortable and it took time out of your day. What was the other excuses? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You couldn't find time to sit down at a computer to get these things done. And it was literally at that moment I'm just like, okay, whatever the path for creation is, I have to keep it open. It has to be open. It has to be wide open. And it has to be easy too. It has to be so easy that I never have to have an excuse as to why I didn't do the thing. You know? I think that we need to figure out how to make these systems for ourselves, because people all over the place are throwing away something amazing that they can become, and they're right on the cusp. Like, if you are just starting like your journey and you're in your teens or early 20s, just literally know that the things that you're building today become the pillars of tomorrow. And if you made it like into your later 20s and 30s, heck, if you're in your 40s, you probably have so many skills that if you just put something together, like you probably just, it'd be very fast for you. Be very fast. And so we have all these skills, and I know all my other friends have this kind of similar story too, because I hung out with like plenty of talented people. And this is not this is like I know this is a shared story with so many other people. Like my dancer friends are like, I should have been on TikTok earlier. You know what I mean? What else? What was I doing in college? I should have just been on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I was like learning dancing in college, and when people were making money over here. So, and that's kind of true too. But it doesn't mean you don't do it. It doesn't mean you don't try. It doesn't mean you don't open that door to see what happens. Because there's something that's going to change. It's going to be the version of you that shows up inside of you. That's going to start changing. It's going to start opening up amazing pathings through this world as you continue to create. Things are going to show up in your life. And yeah, sometimes it's going to get hard, because guess what? That's the test too. That's the test too. If it wasn't hard, everyone would take that dream, right? It would already be off the shelf. It would already be sold out because the price was low. But the price for your dreams and your beauty and your amazing life is a price that only you can pay. And yes, sometimes it has a little steep cost, but that's why it's still there. And that's why it's only accessible by you. So don't cheapen your own dream, okay? Do not cheapen your own ability to get things done. Do not cheapen your own magical, wonderful life that's beyond your wildest dreams. Do not cheapen that. And in order to get it faster, it's going to come. It's going to come if you keep working at it, And if you feel like, oh man, I missed the bus. Guess what? There's another bus coming. I missed the train. There's another one coming. Every 15 minutes, this is a piece of investment advice too. And this maps out onto all other parts of life too. Every 15 minutes there's another bus, right? Every 15 minutes there's another deal. Every 15 minutes there's another investment. You do not have to rush. You do not have to rush yourself. It is unfolding if you let it. But if you stop it, it will stop. If you take yourself out of it, it's done. And it won't start up again unless you show up again. So you have to show up. You have to show up for yourself. Make the path so easy, there's no way it could be an excuse. I know you want to be a perfectionist. I know you want to crack the algorithm. I know you want to, do everything so perfect that when people look back upon it, they're like, dang, they were that good the whole way through. But just make it easy on yourself. Don't be so hard. This world is craving authenticity. This world is craving authenticity. And if you got some of that, well, you better come bring it, because some of us need to see some too. We need to see other people like it out here, showing up, showing off, okay? It's a, we're all on a mission and a path. And if we all stop feeding it, then the future gets pretty bleak. Yes. So don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it tremendously. If you could be awesome, give me a like and subscribe. I'd be eternally grateful. Because guess what? We're all sharing this consciousness together. So let's make it a better place. Thank you again. Talk to you later. Peace out.